Some glass. True.
Brothers and sisters, we're happy to be here. I say to you, peace, peace be unto you that surpass all understanding. In our tongue, your original Arabic tongue, I say to you, assalamu alaikum, which means peace be unto you. And brothers and sisters, we need peace. We need peace today. We have a lot going on in our world today. And Charlie Kirk, a lot of individuals are upset about the death of Charlie Kirk. And I have to tell you, I don't understand it. Uh, uh, I'm cognizant of many times when we're in the eyes of God, that we can clearly see that everything has a purpose and a reason. We can clearly see it when we're in the eyes of God. But when we get in our own eyes, we are judging things by our nature, human nature, what's familiar to us, what's common to us. We go to where we're comfortable, most comfortable. In this country, uh, much of the time, I dare to say all the time, it's not comfortable for Black people. So this individual that was killed, we have to be real and honest. We got to be honest with ourselves. I'm going to take my time to build the momentum because I really want you to get the understanding of what I'm saying. I want to take my time tonight. I want you to understand what I'm saying. We have to understand what is going on and understand what is happening atmospherically, what is happening in our country, what is happening in our land, and what is happening in the mind of God, because God is in control of all things, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, He's in control of all things, and He has the whole world in His hand. You used to sing when you was a child. He has the whole world in His hand. He's got me and you, brother, in His hand. Me and you, sister, in His hand. Me and you, mama, daddy, in His hand. The whole world in His hand. God stands above us and tells us everything that's going on. He lets us know everything that's happening to us. And the power of biblical prophecy and scripture give us some kind of relief. And I don't know about you, but I need relief today. And the only one that can give it to me is God. He's the only one that can give it to me. He's the only one that can give it to you. And so this Charlie Kirk must be discussed. Must be discussed. And we can't discuss it in a hypocritical way. We have to discuss it in a way that is plausible. It has to have understanding. It has to have meaning. First of all, we need to know who the brother is. We have to know who he is, right? You say that we're all right, one people. So I'll call him brother. For those of you that's out there, I don't want you to think I'm teaching racism, because I'm not. Wouldn't dare teach it. But I'm gonna give you some common sense today. Christianity is a word that can be used socialistically. So Christianity, like socialism, is useful. It gives a simpler definition. And you say friendly, because to be a friend and to be friendly is two different things. The white man, for instance, may be friendly to you, but it doesn't mean he's your friend. It doesn't mean he's your friend. But I may use the word in quotes. Just like when I use brother, I use brother in quotes, because this Charlie Kirk he's supposed to have been a white Christian, right? I don't know any white Christians. Even the ones that are going to the church. I don't know any white Christians. So we have to have some understanding, and we have to be cognizant of what's going on. This individual spent his life, and he didn't have very much of a life, but he spent his life discussing racism and glorifying racism, right? Planning the ideology of racism. He spent his life doing this, right? He spoke with the philosophy of the sword. right? So, and I want you to keep this in mind. Whatsoever a person plant, they're going to reap it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Whatever a person plant, they're going to reap it. Now, and if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's a fact. And I want to talk to the black hypocrite today. I got to talk to you because I don't understand you. I don't understand how. And I've seen black preachers. One of them, Willie Wooten. One of the worst combs that I've seen to date is Willie Wooten, who will get up and defend a racist white right to incendiary comments that could mean death for black people, right? Black people are being killed. They're raising up the question of this man's humanity when you've had black brothers hang to date. And also in Colorado, they're up to, I think, 447 shooting deaths in the school. This is fact. All you have to do is check it. We've had leaders that were killed. Leaders shot in front of their families, shot in front of their friends. Right? The death of Trayvon Martin, the death of Kajini Powell, the death of Alton Sterling, the death of Philando Castile, the death of the sister that died that was killed in Texas, Sandra Bland. All of these deaths, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds more deaths. And black people cannot find it in themselves. I'm not telling you to celebrate. All I'm doing is telling you to appreciate the gift that God's given to you. God gave you a gift. You should be thankful for the gift and have some understanding. He's letting the white man feel what you've been feeling the entire time. And you got 21st century slaves that are saddened by their master being killed. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. This man was racist. He was begging for somebody to kill him. Even from his own clan, he was begging for it. And the white man, the only thing that he understands, the only time that he's going to get any understanding of it is that he goes through the same thing you're going through. God is giving you a gift, brothers and sisters. And you got black preachers out there cooning. The black Christian preacher, not all of them. They got some friends out there that are, well, more fierce than black Muslims. But many of the black preachers are selling out to the status quo. The white man is giving them money for their 501c3s, so they wouldn't dare speak anything against racists or have any kind of puncture. I should say pugilism, any kind of fight against the status quo because they don't want to stop their bread and butter. Just like the preachers on the plantation. The master would give them an egg and biscuit. You heard about that, right? They call them biscuit eaters. The master would give them an egg in a biscuit, or would give them a chick in a biscuit, or some chicken in a biscuit. Sometimes they would fry. You know how the eggs would have little chickens in them? If you don't check them, you might have, on the farm, you may have find a chicken in the egg. They call those chicken biscuits too. While the master would fry those little chicks, unhatched chicks, which they call biscuits, and put it in the middle of bread and would give it to these preachers on his plantation, because these preachers would preach what he wanted. And if the preacher did real good, he'd give him a chicken thigh, put it in the middle of the biscuit. And the preacher was so happy that him and his family had this chicken in the middle of these biscuits, till he would do whatever the master wanted. Master, when he got done with his clothes, this preacher that would do his bidding, that would do his will, he would take off his clothes and hand it down. That's the way you get the term hand me down. Take his clothes off and hand those clothes down to his slave, to his loyal slave. Many of the preachers are supporters of the status quo, and you look like fools talking about a racist man's humanity while you're out of your mind, completely insane. Besides, the world is better off without the likes of Charlie Kirk. You're much better off. We have enough Klan. We have enough Aryans. We have enough white racists, both red and, yes, you got black nicks. Yeah, they're black nigga racists. These are the black people that would put on the hoods and ride with the Klan. And they would kill you and I to make sure their family was safe. So they would coon or turn on us, right? White man would call them coons because he tell them to come on his back porch. They could come on the front porch. They could come on the back porch. So he tell them to coon around the back porch. And Candace Owens is the best coon that they've got, and they're paying her money for it. But the white man never pays who he can't control. And I've never seen, this may be me, if anybody knows different, then let me know. I've never seen anybody that works with the devil live out his days. I've never seen it. Most of the time you find them dead. Proof of which, the gentleman that worked, black brother that worked with the CIA against the FBI. Where is he? He's dead. Gentleman that worked to help set up Minister Malcolm. You know the brother that posed. They had hired him. He's dead. The ones that infiltrated the new Black Panther Party, what happened to them? They're dead. Out of the two brothers that poisoned Dr. Khaled, one of them is alive. You know who he is. There's no sense in me mentioning his name because you already know who he is. But out of them, Hashim Mzinga is dead. So the white man never uses anybody who's not going to kill anyway. That's why we call him a devil. You can't trust him. You can't trust him. You all get angry with Muslims. Right now today, they're afraid of Muslims standing behind podiums. Say that they incite black people. Wouldn't incite black people. You don't have to incite black people. Black people are excited anyway. Because they know that Charlie Kirk is just a dress rehearsal. Right? Just a dress rehearsal. We already know it. And during this white civil war that God is responsible for, because God took the life of Charlie Kirk. God's in charge of everything. He took the life of Charlie Kirk. But this calamity that's about to happen, black people, you need to stay out of it. God is busy. You should let God finish doing the work. Let God do the work. Charlie Kirk wasn't killed by anybody black. You shouldn't have anything to do with anything that's going on right now with Charlie Kirk. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to help you, trying to educate you, tell you something that makes sense. You shouldn't even touch it. Let God handle it. God is busy. What you see today is the destruction of white power. That's what you're seeing today. And you should let God handle that. This is God's business. It's God's business. This is God's business. So to all of the apologetic people like Willie Wooten, you should go and see the speech that he delivered. And if you don't have any sense, you'll feel that he's speaking what God wants. But Willie Wooten is not speaking what God wants. He doesn't know what God wants. And it's my job to tell you. I got to, brothers and sisters, because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. And anytime white people are in a civil war, it's happened all down through history. The minute that they're done, one thing and one person can bring them together. That's you and I. Because I don't care what side of the aisle he's on, whether it's Democratic or Republican, both of them can agree that they hate, you know what? Niggers. They all can agree that they hate us. So we're the one thing that could bring them together. If you get us out of there, then they'll deal with one another. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You get in the way of God. You're getting in the way of God. If you just bag on out of the way, all you got to do is bag out of the way. If you bag out of the way, then God can work, can finish doing what he's doing. You make this slavery and oppression, you make it long. You make it long because you won't listen to God. You just won't do it. You just won't do it. The white man has become your God. And God is not satisfied with cone Negroes, and that's K-N-E-E-G-R-O-W-S, Negroes who are down on their knees, been down on their knees too long. God don't hear you. Don't you know God don't hear you? He don't. He don't want you lying at his feet. He's telling you like he told Moses, get up. Get up, Moses. Get off your knees. Get off your knees. I am the Lord thy God. God has a plan. God has a plan. Black people, you are coming out of bondage. What is in motion now, the white man couldn't stop it. If he changed it to a geared engine, he couldn't stop it. Because God is in control, and this is God's doing. And even with us teaching and preaching that this is God's doing, ministering that this is God's doing, and even if the white man heard it, he couldn't stop it. There are things in motion that he just can't stop. You can't stop it either. Can't stop it. And I tell you, I for one, I'm glad that God is busy. I'm glad. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that God is busy doing the work of the Lord. Brothers and sisters, I tell you, it's almost like fire shut in my bones. I feel like Jeremiah. I feel like the prophet Ezekiel. We've been waiting on the promise. When, Lord? Man, dragging you all up down the street, busting you all upside your head and busting you all upside your mouth. You starting to be crying just because something's happened to him. This man lived by violence. This was a violent man. He was dangerous for black folks, dangerous for red folks, dangerous for yellow folks. He was dangerous. This man was dangerous. Dangerous for the brown man who's selling out to him every day. Don't you know the white man don't love you? He don't even love himself. Proof of which, they say a young man sniped him out. Well, whoever it was, he's a professional shooter, I tell you that. Whoever that was had some strong military training. I mean, spot on. Spot on. And Kirk went down. He was fighting for gun rights. He was fighting for gun rights. What a fitting epitaph. Right? He said, didn't he say some killings have to happen to strengthen gun laws? That's what he said. That's what he said. He said some killings have to happen. He never knew that he was one of the killings that had to happen. He never knew. So I guess it had to happen. He's no longer with us. Not that Charlie Kirk is the bastion of white supremacy, because he's not. He's not the bastion of white supremacy. But what you're seeing is the destruction of white power. Because all down through history, whites have been fighting each other. Right before the Council of Nicaea, before they got together and came into Africa and took you and I in bondage, took our people in bondage, took us from Africa, took us right over here to America, took us in other parts of the world, right? Right before that, they were fighting one another and depleted their population. Today, brothers and sisters, they're back at it again because everybody wants to rule. Everybody wants to rule. That's the real issue. And really, they would take us back in slavery if they could. But they know you're not going to do that. You're not back in slavery because they're good. You're free from slavery because you're good. Huh? You're not going to take it anymore. They know that. They know that. So they've lost the will to manipulate and monopolize you. They have literally lost the will. And they're fussing and fighting right now. You know why they're fussing and fighting? They're fussing and fighting because they can't agree on how to keep you in bondage. That's what it's all about. So when Kirk got killed, first thing the Republicans did say it's the Democrats. Right? Right? And then and these blacks, ignorant blacks, foolish blacks, Jasmine Crockett's only one of them. They want to defend the Democratic Party. Huh? With shiny words. And then there are those that get on the side of the aisle that want to defend the Republican Party. Have you heard anything so silly as a black Democrat, a black Republican, or a black third party? Come on, brothers and sisters. We've got to wake up. It's time. It's time for us to wake up. Black man and black woman of America, I bear witness that you are oppressed. I bear witness that you are in bondage, and there's no other race in the trouble that you're in. And God has answered. God is moving. God is empowering the day that you and I will walk out of this country, walk out of this land, and we will come out of bondage. That can't be stopped. While we were on our way out the minute they put us in. But what we got to do is we got to stop the sellouts. Got to stop the coons and got to stop the Negroes. That's what you got to do. Some other things I want to say too, but I don't want them to take it off. You know, it starts with an N. You got an N with an RS. You got a lot of them too. You got a lot of them too. We got to stand on our own. And this thing that happened to Charlie Kirk should tell every black religious institution, because the Muslims, we already know. The Muslims already know. But every black religious institution should be on guard. Because when these devils get together, they're coming for you and I. I know you don't believe it. You got one of the most racist presidents that this world has ever seen. One of the most racist presidents that this world, I mean overtly racist, that this world has ever seen. You don't think that they're going to somehow switch this around and make you and I the bad guy while you're out of your mind? You're in America, and this place was built on slavery and oppression of black people. The industry they have today, whatever industry it is, was built on the destruction and the oppression of black people. That's what you and I are dealing with. Right? But in this case, because God saw fit in his wisdom and his universal intelligence, in his omnipotence, omnipotence, and omnipresence, God, in this case, sought to make an example out of white people. This won't be the only example. There are many that are going to die, and they're going to kill each other. There are many that are dying already. They just hung a white boy in Mississippi. Yeah, just hung him. Because he was hanging out with a black boy, and they took that black boy and hung him in a totally different area. Right? You have, again, 447 shootings. Right? All of this is in commemoration of the school shooting. Who are doing the killings? Young whites. What needs to be protected? The gun laws. man that you all are weeping for, Charlie Kirk, got up and said there have to be some killings, my God, to strengthen the gun laws and strengthen the use of the gun. The one that you crying for said this. And you got black dummies. My God. I know why Jesus said, I desire, he looked over Jerusalem and cried. On the pinnacle, he looked over Jerusalem and cried. And he said, oh, Jerusalem, I desire to hover you or cover you as a chick does his brood. You KNEEGROWS that's been down on your knees so long that your knees have grown root in the floors. You Negroes need to get up and realize what's going on. Realize what is going on. And stop praying to these paper guys. They got you so twisted. You're so twisted till you believe, you truly believe that Jesus is a white man. They got you twisted. You're so twisted. You're so twisted that you believe that the disciples were white. You're twisted. You believe that Mary, the mother of Jesus, is white. You believe Joseph is white. Here, the Bible gives all the hints. All of the hints. Tell Jesus and his family to go back to your homeland. Where do they go? They go to Egypt. Really no such place as Egypt, but it's called Kemet. But for the sake of words, we'll say Egypt. And he goes back to Egypt so that Herod won't kill him. Use your brains. Use your brains. So these invaders, when they came down, Herod was one of them. These invaders, when they came down into the Holy Land, and I'm not talking about that Israel over there. I'm not talking about them. That land is only 90 years old. But I'm talking about the Israel in Africa, which is every bit of 12 to 50,000 years old. That it's there. It's been there. In the land where Kemet was raised, in the land of Cush, in the land of the Adullamite, Addis Ababa, Addis Ababa, which is Ethiopia, that land. White folks came out of the Mediterranean and invaded that land, assimilated the culture there, because they don't have any culture of their own. And once they assimilated that culture, they integrated as sexually, socially, and otherwise, religiously, with the people that were living there. And brothers and sisters, once they did that, then they began to take part in the democracy, the law giving and the rule of the people. But because they were not raised under a law of peace, Jesus said that every man's hand is against them and their hand is against every man. And they instigate to have me against you and you against me. And you don't know it, like your grandmother told you, the devil's in the middle. And brothers and sisters, the devil is always in the middle. It shakes me up. And I know that this is going to shake up a lot of Muslims. I have to say it, though. I have to say it. I've been given permission to say it. That many of you are friends with these whites. Yes, you are. I don't want to hear it. They are white devils that is coming in the nation right now, sent out by Farrakhan. When you know the white man is dangerous, you already know that he's dangerous. Now you got him in Muslim garb. Now you got him in Muslim uniform. They said, well, because a lot of you live by these lies. All white people aren't the same. Show me one white man that don't benefit from white privilege. Just one. Just one. You can't do it because it doesn't exist. Can't do it. Some of you are saying, well, my husband is white. My wife is white. So what? So what? Show me one white person that doesn't benefit from white privilege. And if you can truly show me that, and I know you can't, I'll take back everything I'm saying. But I know I'm already cognizant that you can't do it. That's why I have to say what I'm saying, because I'm trying to reach you. I'm trying to reach you. I'm no hate teacher. I'm no warmonger. Brothers and sisters, I'm just a minister of God trying to teach the truth to you so that you won't make the same mistakes that your parents have made and your grandparents have made by sliding in, weighing in, buying in, crawling in, sitting in, just so you can sell out. Just trying to tell you. That's all. My desire, my prayer, brothers and sisters, is that you'll wake up and listen to God. God has already told you about the destruction of the white man in Isaiah, the 14th chapter, 10th through the 27th verse. God has already told you. And there's still those talking about they can atone the white man. The Million Man March in 1995. The chief speaker talked about atoning the white man. I mean, where has he been in the last 25 years prior to that, when leaders were killed trying to atone the white man, and the main leaders that killed them, right? The main white folks that killed them were inside of their own camps. I'm just pointing out facts to you so you'll know. I just want you to know. You can't save the white man. There's no sense in you crying crocodile tears because you can't save him. Can't do it. You can't do it. And while you look out of your mind crying about Charlie Kirk, trying to defend Charlie Kirk, trying to say something intelligent about a racist man that would rather see you dead, lying in the street with your body trampled over by every car that would pass through it. The white man must know this is destruction. And it's not coming from the black man, it's coming from God. But I tell you, black folks, you crazy. You are crazy if you don't get you a coat. It's cold out here. And the only thing that's going to keep you warm in the winter is a nice coat. And you're out of your mind if you don't get one. Because as soon as this man calms down, it's going to start focusing on you again. You learned it with the Mexican. What did the Mexican do when Trump was running? I'm just telling you the truth. What did the Mexican do? Not all of them, but many of them. What did they do? They aligned themselves with Trump. They aligned themselves to Trump, even under oppression. Guess what? Some natives, and I know you can't say native without talking about the Mexicans, many of them are native, whether they know it or not, or accept it or not. What did they do? They aligned themselves with Trump, right? And they've been doing it for years, but you had to see it. Finally see it so you could get an understanding. You had to finally see it so you can get an understanding, right? When a white man's in trouble, he'll take help from anybody. But the minute that everything is good, remember, you're his chief enemy. Chief enemy. And the problem with black people is that we spend our time trying to understand everybody else. Understand yourself, black people. Build your own missions. Create your own sense of employment. Support your own churches and religious institutions. That's what you and I should be doing. Instead of running around here talking about Charlie Kirk, while you got Bible studies that you should be going to and really get a good knowledge and understanding of biblical history and understand that that's your history. You should be trying to help your homeless, feed your hungry, help the poor and needy, clothing your own naked. Instead, you have black fools and black idiots, that happen to be in the pulpit, that happen to be preachers. Because the minister don't turn his back on his people, but preachers do. I told you, the preacher come from the plantation, and he's still working for that biscuit with that chicken in the middle of it, a chicken leg. He's still working for that unborn fried chick in the middle of a biscuit that he can eat. And you go to Chick-fil-A and wonder why you're sick. That's what you do. Can't nobody help you. Right? The saddest thing to see. The saddest thing to see is a gangster that will take your life who will cower down to a white man. Sad. Sad. You'll kill a black man. Show no sympathy at all. But you'll feel sorry for a Charlie Kirk who is nothing but a racist while you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. And I challenge the faith of any preacher. I challenge the faith of any preacher that would speak kindly for a racist and a zealot like Charlie Kirk. I'm just speaking my mind. You don't have to agree with me. But I'm using my right to free speech, just like he did. They're trying to make this man a martyr. Can you believe that? A man that worked against the very fabric of a more perfect union. They're trying to make him a martyr. Trump, the most misguided leader to date in office of the president of the United States, is trying to make Kirk a martyr. I want you to think about that. They're trying to make Kirk a civil rights leader. I want you to think about that. The most ill-equipped president with the most ignorant cabinet. I mean, literally no one is qualified to do the job. Name me one person on his cabinet, including his vice president, that is qualified to do the job. You can't do it. Absolutely can't do it, because none of them are qualified. So, brothers and sisters, my desire to you is that you will wake up. You got to. Your life truly depends on it. Your life truly depends on it. And Muslims, in particular, brothers and sisters, the fact that we have whites who are calling themselves Mexican, calling themselves red, calling themselves yellow, right? We got the Asians coming in, right? White people calling themselves Asian, right? We got the Mexicans, white people calling themselves Mexicans coming in the nation. We got white people calling themselves red coming in the nation of Islam. The message is to the black man. The message is to black people. And the last bastion of black power, brothers and sisters, is being invaded because you got a confused leader like Louis Farrakhan. Confused. Senilicism is sitting in. And ignorant Muslims in Canada, ignorant Muslims that are with Farrakhan in Texas. These are the ones with Farrakhan. I call them Fuslim. Ignorant Fuslims in Chicago that are letting white people or those who are other than black come inside the Nation of Islam. We cannot have that, brothers and sisters. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. We can't have this. And I'm appealing to intelligent Muslims. I'm appealing to the intelligent Muslims. If you see anybody that's not like you inside of your temple, you should understand the threat. There's no reason for anyone other than black people to hear the message to the black man. The message is to the black man and black woman in America. That's the message to the black man and black woman in America. And here Farrakhan and his Muslims, Farrakhan Muslims, that are letting people who are other than black inside of the Nation of Islam. His version of the Nation of Islam. Because no Elijah Muslim is going to let anybody white inside of the nation. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. So brothers and sisters, you need to wake up. I'm telling you, because the minute that they can stop and integrate you is when they start to kill you. People are still being killed for integration today. Black people are still being killed. You got fools that are marrying those others and will literally off-put their own race to marry these devils. I think that they're exempt. Candace Owens is one of them. Many of you have people in your family that's done it. I know I have people in my family that's done it. I don't understand because I know they've been taught better. But they've done it and will try to disown their race. Will try to disown their race. I've never understood what is so important about having a white man or white woman on your arm. Don't you love yourself enough to get somebody that looks like your mom or your dad, somebody who can understand your oppression, somebody who could understand what you go through daily and produce, struggle, and overcome with these people? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with black people marrying black people? I don't understand it. I don't understand why I should seem so crazy or insane that I think black people should stay with black people. If you look at white people, they stick with one another. They may smile in the beginning. They may smile at you. But have you ever heard that a smile is nothing more than a frown turned upside down, my friend? Smiling faces, right? There used to be a song out that said, smiling faces sometime don't tell the truth. And brothers and sisters, these white people don't want you marrying their daughters and sons. As a matter of fact, when you do, now you're also doomed by God to receive the destruction that's coming on the white man. What you see today is the destruction of white power. Destruction of white power. Some of the brothers and sisters are saying now, well, I don't feel that way. And why you have to sound so racist? Imagine that, a black man being called racist because he want to love himself. That's how twisted your mind is. That's how twisted your mind is. That's how twisted your mind is. I mean, what is wrong with our sisters and brothers? What is wrong with our sisters and brothers? Huh? What is wrong with you producing with somebody who looks like you? And I'm saying this because you don't understand what the race is all about. You don't understand what race is all about. The word race is all about. If you don't understand what I'm saying now, you have no idea what the word race is all about. You don't understand what the competition is. You don't understand who you're competing against, how to compete, and why you must compete. You don't understand why you need to produce. That's why I tell black people, why you're out of your mind. If you don't produce, should be producing. You should find a man or woman that you can intelligently discuss, court, date, and build up, right? Pursue, right? To be independent, right? To be on site, right? For what's happening. Who has insight, right? To what's happening, and who has foresight. Why? Because as long as you've been in this country, and it's true, many of you don't understand exactly what's going on. You need to be guided. You need to be guided. You need to hear the truth of God, and you need to know when to rejoice. You need to know when to rejoice. I heard a minister, he was getting off too. Minister Cosby, if you heard him speak, he's a great speaker. He started talking about he wasn't happy that this man was shot, and he wasn't happy that his wife was without a husband, that the children didn't have a father. Well, that's him. That's him. He's able to say whatever he wants to say. A lot of these preachers, so I tell you, try to stay middle of the road. They say one thing, they're talking out the side of their neck, right? They talk out the side of their mouth, but then they talk out the side of their neck. So I don't know. Anybody that's in the Klan and the white racists, anyone that is no longer above the ground, I can't say that I'm not happy that they're gone when they're running and hanging me. These are the people that are killing us. James Byrd was dragged in Texas, by white men that white people call choir boys. Dylan Roof walked in the middle of a church while service was going on in Charleston, South Carolina, and blew the preacher's brains out, killed all the parishioners in there. Because you black people don't understand when you're in duress, that you're in oppression, that you're not free. This is not what freedom looks like. And as soon as God begins to move, and use an example of oppression and violence against the people that are preaching it from one of their own. A black man didn't kill Charlie Kirk. A white man killed him. What does that say? The minute that God answers, here you are weeping, moping, and crying. Oh, Master's dead. Somebody took out Master. You go to talk about how unfair it is for his wife to be without a husband, the children to be without a father. How many fathers were killed? Philando Castile was killed in front of his daughter and wife. You hypocrites. Hypocrites. Black hypocrites. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But I know how you could go wrong. Because Farrakhan is the chiefest hypocrite to date. And I said, have no fear. I know exactly what I'm saying. And I know what it means. I know what it means. There's a lot of misguided brothers out there who won't pay attention to what's going on. You see white Muslims in the camp. Just think about that. White people in the camp of Elijah Muhammad. I can see how you could be misguided. You got false prophets in front of you. I'm talking about in the Christian church. I'm talking about in the Hindu temples. I'm talking about in Farrakhan's version of the Nation of Islam. I see how you can be misguided. But my job is to get you back on track. You got to get back on track. Don't you know there were foolish Muslims? You know, you got black people that are lost and misguided that will defend anything. Their love for Farrakhan. Farrakhan has made a mistake putting white people in the Nation of Islam in Elijah's uniform. In his uniform. And no one is willing to say anything against it. God has told you separation or death. Sister Ava, before she was assassinated, and yes, I believe it. I've said it before. Yes, I believe it. They have poisons right now. You have to watch the people around you. Separation or death. She preached that. Farrakhan can't preach separation or death when he's hanging around Father Flager, who's a flaming faggot. Huh? Father Flager, a flaming faggot and pedophile that the Catholic Church denounced. Farrakhan's best friend, a white man. I'm not saying that black men and white men can't be friends. I'm just saying I don't want any white friends because normally when you get white friends, you end up dead. And I'm just trying to live as long as I can with some of my own brothers and sisters. That's all. But he can't say that he's separate from this white man, bringing Jews in the temple, doing the swan song, eating with these Jews. Farrakhan is confused. He's old. And he's confused. And now you got Ishmael Muhammad coming under Farrakhan. And maybe he's a strong leader, but I don't see it. I don't see it because I know what's coming down the pipe. I know exactly what's coming down the pipe, and I can see it as plain as day. As sure as God made green apples, when that white man finished fighting one another, brothers and sisters, they're coming for you. And they want to bring us down to subjection. All around this country, they're building up walls around cities. From the interstate down the road of the cities, they're building up walls to trap you in. Still won't wake up. You won't wake up. The walls are not for Mexico. It's not to keep the Mexicans out. It's to keep you in. And you won't wake up to see it. You won't wake up to see it. I'm not a madman. I know what they say. Not mad. I'm just the voice of one crying in the wilderness. Make ye ready and prepare ye the way of the Lord, who will make the rough places plain and the crooked straight, and the glory of the Lord will be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. It is not God's will for black people to be in bondage. That's not God's will. That's not God's will. That's the white man's will, who has took history and led history captive. The man has bleached history, taking white people and put them all across the world in this fictitious lie. Changed all the holy books, the books of science and medicine, have chained them up. Wouldn't let you get to the information until you got the internet. Once you got the internet, it was over. Now AI is more intelligent than the liars, right? Because the white man didn't create AI. That was created by black people. He's never created anything in his life. But now that the truth is coming out, many of you are still wondering how you can make peace with the white man. The only warrior that the white man has ever truly respected, is Shaka Zulu. And even he was killed by some of his own cabinet members that said that the white man would give them peace if he was dead. So Shaka, like any other Christ, gave his life for his people. He told them before he died, he said, sons and daughters of the earth, you think that the white man come to be your friend? No, brothers and sisters. Degwani is come to take your land. Degwani, it means bad shit. That's what he called the white man. All the wars that were fought, all the victories, black people. You are the ones that kill your prophets. You are the holy ones that kill your leaders. Don't you know who you are? Talking about you. You're the one that betrayed the Christ, the true and living God. You did it because you listened to your white friend. You betrayed your history. You betrayed your brothers. You sold your brother in bondage, listening to the white devil. Just like the story of Joseph being sold in bondage by his own brothers. It was you who Moses tried to deliver in the story of the great Exodus, which is nothing more than a true story and a hyperbole of what would happen to black people down through history, especially here in America, and spread it across the world in a diaspora. It's you. God is trying to get your attention, black man. God is trying to get your attention because he's turning his world back over to you. But first you got to hear him. He's not going to bless you until his people who are called by his name will humble themselves and pray, seek his faith, turn from their wicked ways. Then and only then will he hear from heaven and heal your land. Brothers and sisters, that's all I have for you. I don't have much more than this. You better start listening to God. God is the only one that can save us. He's the only one that can save us. But I'm a living witness that if you listen to him, he will bless you. God will bless you if you listen to him. We've got to get on God's side so God can be on our side. We have to clean up our communities. We got work to do. Don't be looking at that distraction. Charlie Kirk is just a distraction. That's a distraction. And that's white people killing white people. When have we ever cared? What do we have to do with that? We don't have anything to do with that. Ain't no love lost. Ain't nothing personal. He was a racist that spoke sword. He lived by the sword, so he died by the sword. He was a racist that planted the seed of race and anger and death. So he died the way he lived. Brothers and sisters, take care of yourself. Think about your family. Think about what's happening. Refocus your attention to understand what is going on in the world today and lean not to your own understanding, but acknowledge him, God. Whether that God to you, black man, I'm talking to you today. Black woman, I'm talking to you today. Black boy and girl, I'm talking to you today. Lean and depend on God. Lean not to your own understanding. Lean and depend on God, and he will direct your path. I'm talking to the black believer today. The black believer, whether you're Muslim, Christian, the high faith, Confucian, whatever you may be, even if you think you're atheist, I'm still talking to the black believer because even the atheists believe in something. Besides, if you say that you don't believe in God, how can you speak towards someone who doesn't exist? That's just a tidbit for you. Those of you who say that there's no God. Brothers and sisters, if I didn't say it in the beginning, I say it now. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be unto you. Brothers, love your sisters. Sisters, love your brothers. Don't attack one another. It's not going to help us. Love your children. Teach them and train them up in the admiration of God. Be the example and ensample that is expected in our world, whether you be in the Christian church or the Muslim temple, wherever you may be. If you're black, be the best example that you can be. Raise your children well. Treat one another well. Love one another. Nourish one another. Don't fight one another. That's not going to help us. And build one another up. And heal one another. and pray to God and concentrate on what you would like to bring forth and believe it, God is still making man. And he's using us to make woman. Believe that, brothers and sisters. And brothers, remember this. No nation can rise any higher than his woman. I say unto you, if I didn't say in the beginning, I say unto you now, I love you, brothers and sisters. Peace be unto you. And assalamu alaikum, which means peace be unto you. Thank you, and have a good night.